again. Happy fall and welcome to Story Time. I'm Miss Tammy from the Waniwak Public Library. I hope everyone is enjoying fall and doing well and having a good time at school and learning a lot. Have you been enjoying the beautiful fall weather? Now when I say fall, what do you think of? Do you think of the cooler weather where we have to put on a coat? Do you think of the pretty leaves falling from the trees? How about pumpkins? I think of all those things when I think about fall. I love fall. It's my favorite time of year. The pretty changing colors of the trees and having pumpkins to decorate are some of my favorite things about fall. Today, I'm going to share two stories with you about fall and pumpkins. Well, one, A Tale of Two Beasts, is a story about a silly squirrel during fall. The other one is about how big a pumpkin can grow. I bet they can grow quite big. Of course, I've seen those little teeny tiny little pumpkins in the store too. Have you seen those little pumpkins? They're so cute. Are you ready to listen? All right, here we go. How Big Could Your Pumpkin Grow? Written by Wendell Miner and published by the Penguin Group. Let's find out, how big could your pumpkin grow? At the pumpkin farm, we picked the perfect pumpkin. Some are little, some are big, and some are giant-sized. Oh my, look at that one in the truck over there. Wow. Giant pumpkins festivals are tons of fun. Will the biggest pumpkin set a world record? Wow, that one has to be lifted by like a tractor or forklift there. Wow, that's huge. What can you do with an enormous pumpkin? Carve it into a boat and race in the regatta? Row, row, row your pumpkin? Wow, what would that be like to be going floating around in a pumpkin? The legendary Paul Bunyan and his Blue Ox Babe, they were giants too. They like to think big. If they gave you giant pumpkin seeds, how big could your pumpkin grow? Look at that. The pumpkin is bigger than he is. Babe looks like he's looking at it. Looks yummy. Would it rise as high as hot air balloons at the Fall Fiesta Fair? Look at all those pretty balloons. Oh, I love them. Or would it beam as bright as a lighthouse at the beach? Look at that. Oh my, that is a very, very large pumpkin, don't you think? Your gigantic pumpkin could grow like the skyscrapers. But watch out, horns will honk on the bridge when it blocks traffic. Beep, beep. They do things big in Texas. Would your giant pumpkin be bossed in a jumbo cowboy hat? Look at that. Oh my, that is very, very big. Or a hungry monster gobbling riders on the tallest, fastest roller coaster. Right in there they go. Imagine if your pumpkin was too immense for hide and seek, and it couldn't even hide behind the Capitol Dome. Oh, that's a really, really big pumpkin. Perhaps your mighty pumpkin could grow up to be president. Oh my, pumpkin for president. Hail to the chief. Would your stupendous pumpkin make a super splash atop a towering waterfall? Wow, that is large. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Wouldn't your astronomical pumpkin smile to see a rocket zoom into space? That would be neat to see, wouldn't it? Oh, look at that one. That one looks a little bit scary to me. Could the most colossal pumpkin fill the Grand Canyon? Who knows? Isn't it fun to imagine giant pumpkins everywhere you go? I thought that was fun. That was wonderful. Using our imagination to see how big a pumpkin can grow. Some of the pumpkins looked silly in the pictures, didn't they? Some of them looked a little scary, but they were fun too. Do you have some pumpkins at your house? Big ones, little ones. Maybe you're going to get your pumpkins ready to carve for Halloween. That'll be so much fun. What kind of face will you give your pumpkin that will turn into a jack-o'-lantern? Maybe a spooky face or a silly face. I bet whatever face you give it, it'll look great. Our next story is A Tale of Two Beasts, written by Fiona Robertson and published by Kane Miller. Oh my goodness, look at that cute little squirrel. Oh, look at the footprints. Pitter, patter, pitter, patter. Part 1 of the book is The Strange Beast. Oh, let's read about that. I was walking home from Grandma's house through the deep, dark woods when I spied a strange little beast. Oh, there he is. He was stuck up a tree and whining sadly. Beep, 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 beep. Looks like he was making some noise. So I decided to rescue him. Beep! Oh, look, everybody else is peeking, seeing what's going on. I'll call you Fang, I told him, and I wrapped him warmly up in my scarf, and I carried him safely home. I gave him a lovely bath, and a gorgeous new hat and sweater, and a delicious bowl of fresh nuts. Oh, yum. I made him a beautiful house, and I gave him Lord Rex to play with. Oh, look, she's even drawing in the house for him to make it look pretty. I took him out for lots of long walks to keep him fit and healthy. Uh-oh, do you notice his face? Uh-oh, doesn't look like he's having a good time. I showed him off to all my friends who loved him nearly as much as I did. Ooh, amazing, they said. Awesome. Oh, so cute. But for some strange reason, the little beast did not look very happy. Oh my, look at his face. Looks like he's turning red. In fact, he was looking rather hot. I hope he's not sick, I thought. And so I opened the window to cool him down, but then something terrible happened. He threw off his clothes, leapt out of the window, and ran away as fast as he could back to the deep, dark woods. Fang, she said. Beep, he said. I wanted to go and look for him, but Mama had other plans. Oh, dinner time, bleh. Bath time, ugh. Bedtime, grr. I couldn't sleep. I missed the little beast, and I wondered if I would ever see him again. But then a small furry shadow appeared at the foot of my bed. See, there's the shadow. There it is. The strange little beast had returned. He seemed quite pleased to see me, and I began to think that maybe, just maybe, he wasn't that strange after all. Oh my goodness! Off took her dammies, and she's running in the woods with him now. Now, let's find out part 2. She said, I wonder why he came back. Let's find out. In The Tale of Two Beasts, part 2, The Terrible Beast. Now, let's hear what he has to say. I was hanging from my favorite tree, singing happily to the birds when, tra-la-la, he's singing. Hey, I was ambushed by a terrible beast. She growled at me, gruff, and tied me up, oh my, and carried me off to her secret lair. Uh-oh. She made me disgustingly clean and dressed me up in a ridiculous hat and sweater and tried to make me eat squirrel food. Nuts. She kept me in a tiny box with nothing for me to do and nowhere for me to hang from. Oh, there's Lord Rexy. Even he didn't keep him company. She made me walk backwards and forwards and backwards again for no reason whatsoever. And she showed me off to a herd of even wilder beasts who were just as terrible as she was. Oh my goodness, look at that face. He's getting so mad. I had had enough. I made a cunning plan and I put it straight into action. A plus B equals freedom. Free once more. Woohoo! Gruff. I raced back to the deep dark woods before the terrible beast could catch me. It was peaceful in the deep dark woods. A bit too peaceful, perhaps. And also a bit wet. Uh-oh, looks like it's raining. In weather like this, what could do with a nice warm hat? So I snuck back to retrieve it under the cover of darkness. There's the little hat. She's hanging on to it. The terrible beast was waiting for me. She seemed quite pleased to see me. And I began to think that maybe, well, just maybe, she wasn't that terrible after all. Oh, wasn't that fun? Looks like they had a good time. That was a fun story. It was so silly. We got to look at the story from both the little girl's perspective and the squirrel's perspective. I like that. When a story does that, it helps us to understand how each of the characters feel. And I'm glad that in the end, they became friends and they played in the woods together. What fun! Before I go, I want to share a little poem with you about 5 little pumpkins. 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one says, "Oh my, I bet it's getting late." The second one says, "There's frost in the air." The third one says, "I don't care." The fourth one says, "Let's run and run and run." And the fifth one says, "Are you ready for some fun?" Then woo went the wind, and out went the lights, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. Did you like that poem about 5 little pumpkins? Oops, I lost the second one. I thought that was a fun poem about pumpkins rolling around. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful fall and that you enjoy making your pumpkins for Halloween or decorating them outside or wherever you put them. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful fall. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. My pumpkins say bye.